Well, good morning, everyone. Listen, today I'm just going to give people some advice, a suggestion, if you will. You can take it, leave it, whatever you want to do with it. But I just kind of felt led to come on here and just give some advice to try to help as many people as possible. Because that's what this channel is all about. I mean, whether people want to recognize it or not, realize it or not, I know a lot of people disagree with some things I say in posts because I'll just call it hate mail. But, everybody's entitled to their opinion. If they want to, they can research things further. They can do their own homework and research. And they can take things at face value or they can just be offended. Whatever. I mean, it's a choice. But I can tell you that the things that I post and share, um, I would say about 99% of it is verifiable. I don't share it and I don't post it if I can't verify it. Um, the reason I say 99% is because intel changes, information changes, but I really try very hard to make sure that the things that I put on my community page is not hearsay or, you know, unverifiable. All right. Um, so take it for what it's worth. Okay. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And I know a lot of times the truth hurts and it offends and it pisses people off. It makes people angry. I get that. Like I said, uh, I get the emails. I get the hate mail and I get the encouraging mail and I get the, you know, um, the critical mail and I get it all. So I understand why people, how people feel about things, and everybody has their favorites and, YouTube celebrities and things of that nature. And I get it. I understand. All right. So that being said, um, even though it's not my intention to offend and to hurt people and to anger people, sometimes things just have to be said. Sometimes the truth has to come out. It needs to be reported. And like I've said to other people before, if I don't do it, a few other people don't do it, then who's going to do it? And they say, well, there's plenty of channels out there, plenty of people, saying this. I get that. But some of the real hard hitting stuff, I mean, most people are not really willing to put themselves out there. Um, and like I said, I'm not patting myself on the back or anything, but there are people that, will only go so far and they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to go any further than this. And then there are others that say, hey, listen, I'm trying to save you a lot of pain and heartache. Now, you can continue to give to this ministry or that ministry or this person or that person. You can continue to support them. You can just think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you could just you go right ahead. You go right on, and you do that. Don't use any kind of wisdom. Don't be prudent. Don't be don't even pray about it. You just keep supporting whatever you want to support because this is what you always did, and you just think this person and this ministry is just so awesome. You know what? You have a choice. You can continue to do that. But I am telling you straight up that a lot of these people are not who they claim to be. They just aren't. And yeah, I pointed some out. I pointed some out because, quite honestly, pretty sick of it. Pretty sick of people getting hurt. See, you guys aren't getting the emails that I'm getting. You're not getting the information, the reports that I'm getting. You're not getting the first-hand accounts. You're not getting the heartbreak. You're not getting the pain that people have suffered, uh, the loss. You're not getting that. I am, and other people are. We're getting the first-hand account heartbreak of what people have suffered and endured at the hands of some of these so-called ministries and people out there. That's why I can't share a whole lot because they're personal accounts. of how people have suffered. And when I first started to make this video, like I said, I was telling some people yesterday, I said, I don't even know what I'm going to say. A lot of times that's the truth. I really don't. Um, and this is not how I was going to start out this video, but I guess it's just coming out because it's what's on my heart. But the main purpose of this video, the main reason of this video, is I'm going to encourage people to be prudent. And I really don't like that word, to be honest with you, because it always reminds me of the old SNL skit with Dana Carvey, who was just a great impersonator. But I remember, back when George H.W. Bush, was running, and I think it was against the caucus or whatever, and I think Dana Carvey kept saying, basically gibberish, and I didn't understand 1,000 points of light at the time. I do now. I just thought it was funny at the time. He'd say things like wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. 1,000 points of light. That's my best Bush. What can I say? Anyway, but I mean, it just always cracked me up. Wouldn't be prudent. But I'll tell you what is prudent, in my opinion, in my belief. Um, with the reports that have come out, the information that's coming out regarding uh, mostly on the HalTurnerRadioShow.com, but also other things. The Economic Collapse Blog.com, Michael Snyder's site. I met Michael several years ago now. I haven't talked to him a long time, but man, what a great guy. Smart as a whip, and he is just so smart. He's got several sites. I think he's got IntoTheAmericanDream.com, and might even still have Why God Really Exists, and but the economiccollapseblog.com really got my attention because my friend Dusty, who sends me a lot of really good stuff, I don't even think he listens to the channel. If he does, he never comments. I don't blame him because this guy he is just a awesome researcher. He gets the best stuff that he sends to me. But anyway, he brought this to my attention. Um, since since 2022 began, basically, folks, 16 food industry facilities or fertilizer facilities have been, how should we say, hit. Um, they, for whatever reason, their warehouses, facilities have caught on fire. And then the most recent that Jim Yakel, I think, pronounce his name, just brought to my attention. Um, I can't even remember his YouTube channel right now. Sorry, Jim. But anyway, I shared a lot of the stuff to my community page if people want to look. But was the one from, I guess, last night, maybe the night before. I get my days confused now. I think it was last night, though. But where a plane went down. Unfortunately, two people died. And it was near the General Mills facility in Covington, Georgia. Well, isn't that interesting? I guess it hit like a trailer park or something near the General Mills facility. But things catch on fire, people die. I mean, it's horrible. And all of these things keep happening. And it's been 16 times since the year began. I didn't realize there was that many. I mean, but they add up, and it's all over the U.S. Well, when you put that together with the fact that it appears they're trying to starve us to death, okay, and all the reports from the HalTurnerRadioShow.com, as well as, just continually provoking the bear, prodding the bear, and then you see that report from Hal Turner talking about, Russian Orthodox Easter on April 24th. You know, I don't know if anything's going to happen or not. Today's Friday. I have no idea uh, regarding anything that would cause a retaliatory strike from the bear. I don't know. Um, but I just kind of felt compelled to make this video to maybe give some people a little bit of advice. You might want to stay close to home. I'm not telling you what to do or not to do. People are going to do whatever they want to do anyway. If they got a plane to catch, they're going to do it. If they got, because for business, or if they got to drive here or there, they're going to do it. If they got to visit this person, they're going to do it. They're going to do whatever they want to do anyway. Okay? I mean, that's just the American way of life. People are going to, nobody's going to tell me nothing. I'm going to do what I want. Or they're just going, I've got to do this for my job, or I've got to do this because I got to see this person or that person, or they're coming here, or whatever. I get that. People live life. They do what they do. They do what they do. I get that. But if you can at all avoid interstate travel or being way too far from home, I don't think it's unwise to stay close to your home this weekend. I just don't. But people, like I say, people do whatever they want. I'm going to the mountains or I'm going to the beach or whatever, man. Okay? I mean, whatever. But if you're going to do those things, I always tell people this. And, most of the time, I think it's good advice, but most of the time people just look at you like you're crazy. What's new, right? But I just say, if you're going to go somewhere too away from your home for any length of time, and you have to do interstate travel, or you don't plan to come back right away or whatever, pack like you can't return. Because if you think about it, and say for instance something does happen this weekend that requires a retaliatory strike from the bear on Sunday, say, just hypothetical, say something does happen, and you're out and you're in the interstate, you're traveling or whatever the case may be, or you're going to grandma's house, I don't know, whatever it is, okay? What if you get stuck on the road? I mean, and it could just be, car problems or whatever. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be stuck? Say, for instance, something happens, and they just start locking everything down, checkpoints, whatever the case may be, and you're just like, oh, yeah, but I'm only a few miles away from home. Too bad. Too bad. We got to lock this down. You can't go anywhere. I mean, I know it sounds like a bad movie or whatever the case may be, but I think it's possible. So so, you know, it's like you don't live in fear, you don't live in panic and anxiety and paranoia and so forth. But, the thing is, I think it might be wise or prudent, maybe, just to stay closer to your home. That's all I'm saying. It's just a suggestion, it's just some advice. Um, you know, but like I said, uh, I understand people have to get groceries and they have to run errands and so forth. I get that, but if you can, maybe do it closer to your house, so that way you can get home pretty quick. You know, um, if you can, do it today and don't wait till tomorrow. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, kind of thing. I don't know. Um, this is how I think. Call it my background, call it my military, law enforcement training, security training, medical training, call it whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's just how I think. I just try to be prepared for pretty much any eventuality. Um, some people can call that paranoia or fear or whatever. People can call it whatever they want. It's just, I follow my instincts. My instincts tell me that as much as you might want to get out and do things or whatever, especially if your weather's really nice, and people have been cooped up and they've had a lot of horrible weather everywhere. I understand that the wise, prudent thing might be to stay closer to your house. Or that's just my opinion on it. For what it's worth, take it for what it's worth, folks. Take it for what it's worth. So, I just want to thank everyone for your continued support and listening to the channel, and just going to the community page for information or what have you. And again, I'm not here to hurt people, to anger people, to upset people, to frustrate people. That's not my intention. I'm sorry for those that are hurt, that are offended, um, that are angry. Uh, but the truth has to come out, folks. It just does. Everything will come into the light. It will all be exposed in the Lord's good timing, according to His will and timing. Um, but in the meanwhile, uh, just be wise, be prudent, be careful who you listen to, be careful who you support, be careful who you, put up on a pedestal, who you think is so awesome. I'm telling you, things that I'm finding out and other people are finding out. It's absolutely sickening and disgusting. Some people just aren't who they claim to be. They just aren't. Um, I don't know how else to say it. They just aren't. So take it for what it's worth. All right, you guys try and have a good day. Be blessed and be safe. And I guess we'll see what happens from here. Yeah, check out my community page if you want. I'm posting a lot of stuff there that I think might be helpful to people. Fourth tab over on the right at the top of the home page if you can't find it. Okay, take care. Bye.